That's actually a pretty good one. Especially compared to yesterday. Sorry, this one's kind of delayed, but yesterday Grendel decided to grace me with a good pain attack, so yeah, when those happen, I'm not much good, so I just bypassed everything. Thankfully, there's further time between them. So, life is good. Don't mean to bemoan at all. Here we are, second part of the Reefer Madness comic. Reefer Madness episode, I guess? Who knows? Anyways, Chico's back at it again. I explain what's going on. Once again, Joe Banks' book on Hawkwind, invaluable resource, and then just lyrics that people hear differently than were intended, and we can all think of several examples of that. Anyways, don't want to take up your time. Here you go. Love y'all. Bye. So, if you remember, this is a continuation from last week's comic, because of course, I was not going to allow Reefer Madness to go by without doing something special. So the first 8-panel strip, 2-part. And part of this comes out of the actual lyrics to Reefer Madness, which, if you know the song, you'll know where it came from. And if not, it's on YouTube. You can find it out really easily. And then this part actually came from a common mishearing of the lyrics within the song, and I wasn't gonna pass up any chance for scatological humor because I'm refined and shit like that. And once again, there's a slight nod there to a classic of animation. Lately, I've been reading a lot of Von Bodhi, and he's the one. And this is the strange thing about, I always pronounce it Von Bode, but I was reading, I believe, on his Wikipedia page that I don't know what you call it, circumflect, whatever, above the E in his last name, he put there deliberately to inform people to pronounce the hard E, so I guess it's Von Bodhi. Who knows? Anyways, amazing talent, died much too young, and however, his approach to word balloons, thought balloons, I've been exploring a little bit of that. The recent comic I did for a zine that I really enjoy, which I'll be putting that process video up when that hits the streets. That was really influenced by playing around with Bodhi's layout and lettering choices. I don't know. I'll willfully admit who I steal from. Partially because I think you guys would really love it if you're not already familiar with his work. Which I assume anybody off kilter enough. Just swipe Tim's comic. Anybody off kilter enough to follow these videos, you already know who he is. I just assume that. I know. Assumptions, but what are you gonna do? And once again with the gouache. I love the way gouache sounds. It's one of those words that just sounds dirty all by itself. Kind of like flautist. Guam. Gouache. But yeah, the more I use gouache, the more I fall in love with it. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of it within here. I'll have my own PBS show. Incompetence teaching the competent. I think that's the definition of academia now that I think about it. did have a slight issue that I came across when I wrote this because, in the first panel he's going, oh my god, I have an extra finger, but all of these characters have that classic old school 3-finger hand. So when you show it like here, he goes, where's that extra finger come from? He's got the normal amount of digits for a human reader. So I was like, yeah, let's put a little exaggeration on there to drive that point home. But maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. The good thing is the stakes are so inconsequential, you can afford to do that. The joys of being an amateur. I was just checking the sound levels to see if you were picking up. It is fully springtime in Brooklyn, and it sounds like Bird-a-geddon every spring around here. The nice thing about living in Crown Heights is, back in the day, Crown Heights was kind of the green zone. For Brooklyn, it was kind of upscale, and people would come through to tour the gardens that everyone had. Yeah, so it wasn't the Gilded Age Manhattan, but it had its own flair. And we've kind of retained, there's a good bit of greenery. And it's great because the block I live on is all multi-generational West Indian families, so it's actually quieter than when I lived in Seattle. Which most people don't believe that Brooklyn's quieter than Seattle, but yeah, depends on your block. Actually, when I first moved here, I had to leave a fan on at night to have enough street noise or just background noise to fall asleep. That's past. Now we have sparrows since it is spring. And it's kind of nice to see the gouache drying as this goes along. When you see the final scans at the end, you'll see how much it lightened, which is great. And I said it so many times, not even going to mention the watercolor chant. I wanted to slow down the pan there so you could see Lemmy acting as a model. My stuffed animals, the best models ever. And with that, I do believe we're coming up close to an end there. I will note I did like how this almost looked like a tarot card, so that was good. Anyways, love you all, take care, thank you, bye.